That's in the...
Folks, you've been lied to. You've been hearing for weeks now from all of the doubters, all of the so-called Pamagans, but here is what you are not going to hear anywhere else. Not just that President Trump is winning in Iran, but why he's winning. He came in with 4 goals. He has now achieved 3 of them, and the 4th is on the way. Iran had 3 methods of resistance. President Trump has basically eliminated 2 of them, and the 3rd is on the way. I'll explain it all. This is the Ben Shapiro Show. Folks, we keep hearing that President Trump didn't actually lay out the goals of the war in Iran. People keep assuming that the goal of the war was regime change. No, regime change is a means. It's not the actual end in a certain sense. If the regime were to change its behavior dramatically, we would need to change the regime. And yes, if there were to be a regime change, then we achieve pretty much all the goals all at once. But you don't have to achieve all the goals of the war with the regime change. So, he did lay out the goals, and so did the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. And here they were. 1. Destroying the vast majority of Iran's forward military capacity. Done.
Welcome to Lane Stadium, home of the Virginia Tech Hokies. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me as always, and this will send chills up your spine. It's time for Enter Sandman.
So, 3 of those will at least conduct on red records on this platform. Okay. 10 man against the Flyers, but somehow Iran's got stronger. This is what my only one no theory of war policy. They strike me down, how it possibly.
And the Hokies will kick it off to get us underway.
Stay in. And strike again. The spirit of Iran.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Old Dominion's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on their side of the football. And they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there. And the Monarchs will hustle to the line. To the air, it's Weeks. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
I think as a play caller, you love to see your guys getting into a rhythm early in the game, right? 3rd down, you dial up the slant. It's a good route, a good throw. This offense is off to a nice start.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
These fans touching the figurative hokey stone, doing their part to help out on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Have their offense in high gear. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him.
Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Monarchs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll go to the air on second and short. Dumps it to the back. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on third and short. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Monarchs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To throw, it's Weeks. Quick completion on the out route. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Monarchs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Monarchs want to pick up the tempo. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by Drew.
Under fire. He's going for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, it was a great effort throwing to the running back that time. He was almost able to get in on third down. The defense makes the stop. Now it's decision time. Fourth, you're very close to the goal line. You've got this running back in the backfield. What do you do?
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on down. So Virginia Tech's offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today.
They shut that down, right? And them shutting down the straight performance was supposed to be their trump card. That was the thing. They were supposed to stop everything.
The Hokies backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. The gift to the back. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
But the nickel blockade will remain in full force in effect as it pertains
Looking to throw again.
Until such time as
unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Love that throw. I'll tell you, if he keeps making more of those, Lane Stadium and this incredible crowd is going to be going nuts. We've called games here up at the QB position. Watch out. It's going to be a sonic boom in here.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
You'll never be able to do. So what did we do? We said, you guys can close it straight, but if you do, we're going to stop.
And the Hokies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
And guess what?
Looking to fire.
They opened the straight. They stopped messing around.
Got a man. It's Rich. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Hokies line it up with a first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Because they weren't even confident enough to do that.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Situation is over. I received a call from NATO asking if we need some help. I told them to stay away unless they just want to load up their ships of oil. They were useless when needed a paper tiger, President Trump.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense.
Again, this deal is not tied in any way to Lebanon. But we'll make Lebanon
set up
again.
to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Grab a short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
So that is a victory. The other people say, well,
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Three things that they can do.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Why? What Trump said about Lebanon and Lebanon war is important. 2.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This drive will open from the 15.
There is bad systems, and Patriots
off the play fake on first down, the throw. Finds the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
How about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to their line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
And one of the reasons, by the way, that they're on edge to give up those here is because of all the airstrikes that we did in a row. Yeah, points out.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
Ford blockade actually made it far more devastating for Warfield. 70% of the missile launchers have been destroyed or saved. 200 air defense systems were struck.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down, looking for more. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. He'll do it himself.
Oh.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, we're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had
can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes the offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Monarchs will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Rich. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Finds his tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got it.
In this game, they've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Take a look at Lebanon.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10.
It wasn't back in Jordan Christian country.
To the air on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, and not before. He picks up the 1st down. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight, because when the QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too, and the diversity of this offense, it could be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. That'll be 1st down.
In 1982, they would have forestalled the collapse of the Lebanese government in a bizarre power-sharing arrangement in Lebanon in 1989 that eventually led to essentially the domination of the entire government of Lebanon by the Iranian terrorists.
The Hokies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
So,
they'll move the wide receiver. Give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Weeks. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse, see, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you watch him.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. And the Monarchs will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt.
All the way up to Latanya River, they blew up the bridges. And then they move north to Latanya
Now
River.
on the return.
The idea is never again.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. Plucks it out of the air. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves him with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking downfield on first down. That pass is incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, I just can't find any answers.
The Hokies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Hokies! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Number 5.
Trump and Israel with regard to saving Hezbollah. That is the thing that they are.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Now, President Trump immediately put out the statement.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arkansas is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's been running hog wild since the opening kickoff. They're up by 21 over Tulsa. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Weeks. Here's the heat. He'll try to do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He lines one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Release to the back. Finds his man open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. Now the toss. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw.
It's just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They answered that call. I agree to the timeout.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer.
There are 2 demands
that ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
The second is this is a hopefully scoring and this strength. So in other words, this role is not
waning seconds of the 1st half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be.
Because Braun is asking
wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments.
It's a security bubble. It starts at C, continues to Mount Doe, and goes to Mount Ramon, up to Syrian border. The security is which is much stronger, more intense, more continuous, more solid than what we had previously.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to one of the best home field advantages in football, Lane Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin.
What's different this time?
And the Monarchs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
The answer is that I'm...
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
What's going to happen in those negotiations?
He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Rich. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Remember, he's a lot for you to go. That's what actually going to happen. So, what does that mean again? The Iranians only had cards to play. Our number one was their axis resistant at a minute.
That last completion sets him up on second down.
Straightforward was now open. And finally free. Third and clear. And the president says,
back to pass.
That's going to go to.
Here comes the pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
When it comes to
on third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Myers on the move.
What?
He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Aaron through.
And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Swings it out to his running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Monarchs are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. These fans touching the figurative Hokie Stone, doing their part to help out on third down. Now they'll run the draw. Oh, he's got space. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He'll pull it on the read. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Monarchs are moving quickly down the field. Powers forward. Touchdown, Old Dominion. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from the defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
This is going to be a rough year.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So they start in a great spot, move the ball 34 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make a big game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Buys a little time. Firing to the right, complete. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. Good pickup on that one.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
What did you say? Tell them to the post.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot.
Oh, what? What? You got to be kidding me.
Defense has set them up with a big play.
How did that happen?
Majority Muslim countries where they're heavily mistreated, and so they don't want to take off those regimes. However, you don't get to sign in to chat on some areas of supposed immorality, like fighting the bad guys, while being silent on the bad guys.
It's double team, but I had...
The President of the United States was asked about whether there would be an extension of U.S. Iran ceasefire. He said, no, I don't think we're going to need it. We're probably going to get to the end of this pretty quickly.
We're doing very well, I can tell you. Maybe it'll happen before that. I'm not sure it needs to be extended. Just so you know, if Iran wants to make a deal, and we're dealing very nicely with them, we've got to have no nuclear weapons. If we do, that's a big factor. And they're willing to do things today.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Pressure coming. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Monarchs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this third down. Dropping back, it's Weeks.
What?
Got a wide-open receiver. Flying out to the left.
I didn't take over that guy.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback.
That is right.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. But jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back
1 yard. All that for 1 yard.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page.
Come on!
I love it.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Soft spot in the middle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Use technology, which is a good thing. We actually have flex capacity, which is really important.
The Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Other things, so we run and scan. They were fighting back straight from Russo.
Making side adjustments here.
They're nuclear, it's like they're on firm. So the only thing they have left is the fifth down.
Second down, they'll go to the air.
Numbers 3 start.
He's got the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Hokies want to move quickly. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, and get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spot.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
Because they're on the same side. That would be the reason. Illinois is yet to be. As long as the doesn't have some more healing.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th.
The thing that has been very fascinating, especially about Marjorie and Candace, is that
they'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
The other ones that you mentioned.
Looking for space. It's Duggan. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he...
Trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This
touchdown, Virginia Tech. They move on top here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas Arkansas is currently up big right now. So much so, feels like we can hear Pig Sooie inside our studio. They're up by 28 over Tulsa. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw, it's Weeks. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
The give on the options. Finds his way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Who's now facing up to 14 years in prison for allegedly putting his gun at 2 people during rush hour traffic.
The Monarchs will send out the punt unit.
35 Ice Agent Gregory Jr. was in an unmarked SUV, speeding down the shoulder by...
Here's a return from midfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense.
Sergeant Bean Agent Blake in control. He thought those individuals were agitators who were trying to cut him off because they needed to vigilante.
And we're about to get another look at this hooky offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
All over a traffic dispute. Yes,
so now it's 2nd and long.
Dispute. Now imagine if a police officer
wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. Across the 25. He's got room. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Today's charges reflect
man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Accountability for the harms inflicted on the community during Operation Metro Surge. The community is still navigating the effects of the federal occupation.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He might want another play.
Minnesotans and the care that they showed for each other during
to the air on 1st down. Now improvises. Fires on the move. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Hokie. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
So I have a few observations here.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive.
Don't hold press conferences. Don't hear from the DA or the prosecutor. Nothing. In some cases, everything's in the case. Or some cases, they are no witness in the murder.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Not be surprised here because progressives in America.
Coming out with it, it's Garrison. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to pass, it's Weeks. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And the Monarchs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
These fans touching the figurative hokey stone, doing their part to help out on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let it go. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
You gotta be kidding me.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just...
I guess it was me.
Cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Weeks. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play.
Yeah, that's the frightening scenario that is upon us. And talking about it quite some time ago, that Democrats will continue to use justice system to prosecute people that they disagree with. That's the bottom.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Justice Clarence Thomas yesterday to talk more about the Declaration of Independence.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rich. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion.
It's a danger to the foundation of what our country has been built. Because people like Justice Jackson
takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, play physical.
Quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Georgia Tech has just had no answers today. You should see what Yellow Jacket greats like Calvin Johnson are saying on social media right now. Talk about unhappy. They're trailing by 35 to Duke. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air, it's Weeks. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack from getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Hokie! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession. They wasted no time, couple of plays into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level than next week.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Weeks. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. This defense making a big play, putting it in the end zone. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
This has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. He picked that thing up and took it all the way to the house.
For the president saying that he may host both countries at the White House and hopes of striking a lasting truce there. So a lot to go through. We'll take it
ready to try the point after.
So bottom line up front was that if you support the president,
and the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
It's the president on this, or undermine this, or minimize this.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead.
So you just lay that down for you. Now, I will say this.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been this game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit. There's not enough of it today.
As long as this inspires his ways. So exactly what does that mean?
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Here's the pressure. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
He told me that they did agree to that. I said, did they stop enriching uranium? They agreed to that. He said they agreed to everything. He told me, he asked me, are you surprised? And I asked him if he's surprised. He said, quote, I'm not surprised by anything. And then he said, I'll see you later. He'll be traveling with him on the plane to Arizona. So we hope to get more questions on camera with the president, possibly as he can transit from Las Vegas to Phoenix, Arizona, because it seems like there's been some sort of conversation, some sort of movement overnight into the morning. He's been up posting for the last 2 hours or so, and feeling as though this is going in the direction of some sort of peace deal maybe being able to be signed sometime over the weekend, is what he was saying, as well as saying that he would maybe be there in Pakistan in person, something he's also floated in the last 24 hours.
So the bottom line is this: Iran, we'll see, agreed to stop enriching uranium, period. Not in exchange for pallets of cash, but in exchange for
Alright, it's a win. Ugly win.
Until they were finally able to crack, which took quite a bit.